More than 40 million individuals die each year from a non-communicable disease, or NCD. 80% of those deaths occur in low and middle-income countries. 15 million lives are lost prematurely in those aged 30 to 70 years old. To put this in perspective, on June 16th, 2023, the population of Canada reached 40 million. Now imagine for a moment that everybody living in Canada succumbed to an NCD, such as cardiovascular or chronic respiratory disease, diabetes, cancer, neurological and mental health conditions. These are all the underlying risk factors to NCDs include unhealthy diet, tobacco use, physical inactivity, harmful use of alcohol, and air pollution. NCDs impact everyone everywhere. It's a multi-level from individuals to governments. It's estimated that NCDs could cost the global economy $47 trillion by 2023. NCDs impacted my own family. Here's my father. He had heart disease before the age of 50. It was both an economic and emotional toll on my family. But we survived through it with community and support. Fortunately, my mom had a college education. She got her degrees while she was raising us, but she was not only our caregiver, but also our provider. So what can be done for NCDs so that it doesn't impact families such as my own? And what can we do as local leaders and global leaders to make sure that NCDs are not as they are now? We need to move the needle on NCDs, and it takes advocacy, innovation, and collaboration. We can do this through prevention, control, and management of NCDs. And this happens through a process of discovery, understanding what each individual needs and each community needs. For example, if we're telling somebody to reduce their risk factor of physical inactivity, and they live in a neighborhood that doesn't have sidewalks, is that going to work? Not really. The Sustainable Development Goals were developed by global leaders. There's 17 global goals that come together to eradicate poverty everywhere and among everyone by 2030. The NCDs poses a risk to that. With NCDs, if we don't combat NCDs, it impacts that SDG goal of eliminating poverty. As part of SDG 3, we're looking at best buys. Together, global leaders came together in 2011, 2014, and 2018 to look at interventions that they're calling best buys. These are cost-efficient and equitable ways to address NCDs in communities. Here I am in 2018 testifying at the UN and talking about some of these strategies to reduce the risk factors of physical inactivity, harmful use of alcohol, and that doesn't mean giving up your drink tickets tonight. So we have the pieces. Some of these pieces include risk factors that we can modify ourselves. So eating a little more healthy, getting a little more physical activity, making sure that we do our cancer screenings and advocating for others to do so. Diabetes screening, heart disease screening, taking medications. It involves each and every one of us moving out of our comfort zones and changing our habits one by one and bringing in others to act now and to make sure that we all can live healthier and longer lives. By acting together and holding each other accountable, we can combat NCDs. Some of the other things that governments can do too, through communities, is looking at policies that are in action. For example, taxes on sugar-sweetened beverages, taxes on tobacco products. These are policies that as local leaders, we can all implement in our communities. So I ask you, if not now, when? When will we hold each other accountable? When will we make sure that our neighbors and our friends are able to combat the NCDs, non-communicable diseases that face them? Make sure we all go see our primary care physician. How many missed appointments have some of us had? How many screenings have we said, oh, we'll do our mammogram later? It really takes all of us in the fight against non-communicable diseases and to make sure that we all live healthier, longer lives. So if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And in the words of this African proverb, I invite you all to a call to action and to go together with me in combating NCDs.